So R Commander is a graphic user interface that allows you to manipulate data and conduct analyses. If we explore the environment quickly, we will see that as with most programs, it has a file menu where you can change the working directory. We're not planning to do that. You can open script if you have saved some script. We are not using a lot of script in this class. We're going to try to click our way through the class and complete our assignments simply by clicking. If we ever do use script, or if you ever wish to save script, you can do so. And then of course you have um, save whatever it is that you have done. You can save your markdown file. Don't worry about that. You can save your output. You can save your output as. That gives you a few different options. And of course you can exit out of R Commander. And you can exit out of R Commander and R and simply close up the whole thing. In your edit menu, you have edit markdown document, remove last markdown command block, cut, paste, all the regular things that you would have typically in an edit menu. We don't use that much here, but you may be in a situation where eventually you do use it as your expertise continues to grow. Data. So we might include or import a new data set. We might wish to activate a data set or do something to the data set that we have, such as subset it. Subset it would simply be if he had male and female, males who liked Whataburger and males who liked McDonald's, and you only wanted to see the males who liked Whataburger, you can actually subset your data to become males that like Whataburger and get rid of everything else and work only with that subset. And that's a possibility. You can actually remove cases with missing data. You can save active data set. You can export the active data set and so forth. Statistics. This is actually statistical analysis. Anything from summary statistics to contingency tables, two-way tables, um, similar to chi-square tables. Um, Means, any type of analysis that is mean based, such as a t-test, an independent samples t-test, a one-way ANOVA, or a multi-way ANOVA as it is labeled here. The proportions, single sample proportion test, two sample proportions test, we're not necessarily going to work too much with that in this class. We may. A variance test, two variance F-test, Bartlett's test, Levene's test probably being the most popular to analyze homogeneity of variance. Nonparametric test that happen when you're analyzing nonparametric data. Dimensional analyses such as cluster analyses, and we will have actually factor analysis and confirmatory factor analysis as possibilities if you had the data that fit that type of analysis. And then you have fit models such as linear regression and different types of regression models. So you also have your graphs, and you can actually select any one of these and create some graphs, which we will see in a video in the future. You have your models here. In this case, because we do not have any of the data that requires any of this, we won't talk too much about this, but there are many assumptions that can be tested through this models menu. And there are different types of statistical models that can be conducted. And if we had that level of expertise, we would make sure that we visit this menu. There's probably not a lot of visiting this menu of this class this semester. Distribution, you have set random number generator. You have some continuous distributions. Um, this is probably not something that we're going to be looking at too much this semester either, but at least we know that we have this available to us. And then of course your help menu, which can allow you to learn more about R Commander and may also help you identify some healthy, helpful tips for your work. So this is the R Commander environment. The last thing I will say about R Commander is when you run this, most of your output will actually be seen or available for viewing on RStudio. Do not expect to see much um, on this graphic user interface. Now, we have an active data set here. We've already talked about this. Any type of data that you have in RStudio is going to be linked to RCommander. So if I want to activate exam anxiety, I can click on OK. Now exam anxiety is there. I can edit this data by clicking on edit data, and I can actually find data that I need to edit. Let's say that I was not necessarily happy with this number here. I can click in it and I can either try to fix it if that was possible. I'm assuming that this is simply a measurement error, but if I don't know what exactly is going on here, I can simply delete this and type NA, which RCommander or R in general will identify as missing data. So I can click OK. And now in my script, I actually have evidence of what I just did, which is I edited the data set exam anxiety. If I simply want to view the data set without editing it, I can click on View Data Set, and you can see the type of variables that you have, and you can make decisions that are important before your analysis, such as, do I have categorical variables? Do I have continuous variables? What type of continuous variables do I have? And what level of measurement they are in. I can click out of this. And that would be it for the R environment with a little bit more detail. We will start looking at graphs in the next video.